What is up guys, it's Jordan here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about 4 operators that you should most definitely pick when playing Siege if you want the best chance at winning ranked games. To make things a bit more interesting, I've decided not to include operators that are just an obvious choice such as Thermite and Bandit, because Bandit you kind of need to block attackers getting into some places, and Thermite obviously you just need him to get into most places. Those two are kind of obvious to me, so I decided to do other operators barring those two. Just before this video starts, I want to let you guys know that all the footage in this video is recorded from casual, and that's because this list isn't a list of characters that I specifically play very well. Some of the characters in the list I don't play at all, so I decided it would be better to film the footage in casual so that I didn't jeopardize any teams in ranked by experimenting with characters I don't normally play. Okay, so we're going to kick this off with my first defending operator, which is Mute. Now, I know that sometimes if you have Bandit, people don't take Mute and that's fine, but I also feel like Mute is just an all-round amazing character because I've always said before that I think one of the key things to winning a game of ranked in Siege is map awareness. And the best thing about Mute is obviously that his Mute charges block drones. They're not just used to stop people from getting through barriers. And by blocking drones, you are then removing the enemy team from having map awareness because they can't actually see into the objective room, they can't see around it, which then means they're going in blind and they're not going to see where everyone's hiding, because when you're defending, most people will be hiding if not 1 or 2 actively roaming. So this means that even if Bandit has been chosen, I still think that Mute is a brilliant character to take alongside. Some people don't take Mute just because Bandit's been taken, they're like, oh, he's only used to stop people from getting through walls. Mute's jammers have a lot more uses than just blocking Hibana and Thermite, so that is why I think that he is on my list of most valuable operators to choose in Siege. The second defender is going to be Valkyrie, and the reason I've chosen Valkyrie is because she plays in perfectly with map awareness. So you have Mute, who is stopping drones from getting in and generally lowering the enemy's map awareness of your objective room, and then with Valkyrie you can put your black eyes in spaces where you wouldn't normally be able to see, therefore increasing your map awareness. When you put these two characters together, you then have the amazing advantage of being able to stop the enemy from seeing most of the objective room, if not all of it, and then with the black eyes you can increase the amount of the area that you can see, including even outside, so that way you can see a lot more than the attackers can, meaning you have a hell of a lot more map awareness than the enemies, making it 10 times easier to get the jump on them and be able to pick off as many of them as possible without them even knowing where you're coming from. As well as this, with Valkyrie, she also has 2 of the best guns in the game for defenders, in my personal opinion. The MPX and the Spaz 12 are just both brilliant guns. That's also one of the most powerful shotguns in the game, so really you can't go wrong with Valkyrie. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the 2 best attackers, and I want to stress that this is entirely my opinion. You guys can feel free to add whoever you want. I had a really hard time choosing 2 attackers that didn't have specifically important roles that would make you choose him, obviously, like I said earlier with Thermite, but I do believe that these are 2 operators that if you choose are going to benefit the team massively. So first on my list is Montaigne, and that is because he is so good at being able to plant bombs or get someone to plant the bomb and just block off attackers from getting into that room. This doesn't only apply to bomb, but that is specifically where he shines the most, but the fact that you can have full 180 protection allows you to completely hold down a doorway, and as you may have noticed a lot, people just tend to use him as portable cover. You get him to move up and then the other attackers can sort of sit behind him and try and peek out, and it just makes him such a supporting character to the rest of the team, and whenever someone chooses Montaigne it's just brilliant because you know that you're going to have that protection. As well as this, I've seen skilled Montaigne players get the best aces and clutches ever because he is such a good character to master. Like, he's very difficult to use. If you haven't played a shield character or specifically Montaigne before, you might think it's like impossible to get good kills with or to repeatedly play well, and that's because playing a shield character is like a whole different thing from playing any other character in the game, so it takes a lot of skill to learn to play Montaigne properly at a very high rank and be able to get kills as well as support the team. Overall, I think this makes him one of the best characters you can choose for supporting the team. Okay, so the final one was a tie between Thatcher and Glaz. The reason I decided to choose Glaz is because, again, I feel like Thatcher is a very specific character. Like, if you see someone choosing Thermite, you know you're going to need a Thatcher, so it's kind of obvious to many people, even new players, that Thatcher is required. So Glaz is my final choice, and it was a bit of a difficult one to choose because at the moment his hit reg is really bugging me. Like, if his hit reg was fixed, I would hands down choose Glaz straight away. He would be on the top of this list for me because I think he's a brilliant operator at the moment. But with the hit reg, I was a bit skeptical, but I still decided to choose him purely because he can he can hold down any objective room if there is enough smoke. Like if you have characters that have smoke as well as Glaz and you smoke out an entire objective room, hallway or anything, Glaz is basically invincible in that room, which means he can easily clear out a room and also hold it down once you've got it. So if you're planting the bomb, you can smoke it out, Glaz can cover it. If you're taking a hostage, you can smoke it out behind, take the hostage, run, and then Glaz can pick off anyone running through the smoke. And the same with the securing an area. You can smoke out the area and then easily pick off anyone trying to get back into the room if they've left, such as roamers. So overall, I think Glaz again is a very, very good operator at the moment. When the hit reg is fixed, he'll be perfect. That is the only reason I was skeptical about putting him in this list. But even with the slightly broken hit reg, he is still an amazing character to play at the moment, and definitely one that can support the team in many ways. Okay guys, that was all for this video. Before this video ends, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for 3,000 subscribers. I have hit that number so quickly after just hitting 2,000 and even 1,000 before that, so it means a hell of a lot to me that you guys are really supporting this channel and enjoying the content that I'm putting out. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, it does mean a hell of a lot to me and I'm very thankful for it. As well as that, I've got some big things planned for the channel. Starting soon, hopefully next couple of weeks, I'm going to be live streaming, and as well as that, I'm going to be introducing a few more games to the channel because I don't just play Siege, I play other things as well. I'm a big fan of survival games, so some of the games I'm thinking of adding are Ghost Recon Wildlands because I'm playing that a lot, specifically waiting for the PvP mode. I'm also playing a lot of Miscreated, which is probably the only good survival game out at the moment in my opinion. I think the other ones are meh, but Miscreated is a very good game, and also PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So those are 3 games that you will probably see popping up on the channel over the next couple of days. So if you guys have any other suggestions for games you'd like to see me play, then drop it in the comments. And I think that's everything that I wanted to say. So yeah, I hope you guys do have an amazing week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.